everyone, Fixxxer here. Today I'm playing a game called Rainswept. Came out back in 2019, developed, published by Frostwood Interactive. I actually purchased it like way back when it came out, and something happened, something came up and I didn't cover it, but here I am now. I want to cover it. This is more of an interactive fiction type game. Think something along the lines of Night in the Woods or Kentucky Route Zero. Something more along those lines. And you know, I dig that kind of thing. And it's a detective story, it's a murder mystery, and those are always fun. I'm excited to play it. Let's just hop straight in. Well, they're just gonna start that way, aren't they? Oh my gosh. He's traveling awfully fast. Or it feels fast, maybe, with the field of view. I must say, though, I'm not a fan of the font that they're using here. It's too tall and skinny. Where does this take place, I wonder? Maybe we'll find out. Alright, so this is the day after then. Gotcha. Press E and left mouse to interact with objects. Oh! Left and right. Run, I can shift. Interact E. Look at, use, talk to. Item. Skip dialogue. Not going to do any of that. God damn, it's really coming down. If I don't catch a cold again. Alright, so left and right, but I can't move up or down. Gotcha. Terrible. What'd you say? I can't hear you over the rain. Ma'am, please, you need to back away a little. Oh, what's happened here? A murder? Johnny, get under the umbrella. Granny, I want to leave. It's really cold. Can we go back to the shop now? We could all see this coming a mile away. Ma'am, please. Granny, please. Alright, Johnny, let's go. There's no point in standing here now. I knew this would happen. We should have done something. There's nothing we could have done. Chris did this, I'm sure of it. Does it look like that? It does look like that, doesn't it? Is there a priest speculating like that? Detective Stone, right? The chief is inside. They've been waiting for you. Use the mouse or number keys to select dialogue options. Oh, well, I don't have options here, it doesn't look like. Well, you need to control the crowd, officer. You need to push the crowd away from the scene. Oh, I see. He says something different than what I select. Gotcha. What? You have to speak up. I can't hear you over the rain. The crowd. Handle them. There could be evidence out there. Can't have the crowd trampling all over the evidence. Oh, yeah, I'm trying. Hey, Williams, what the hell are you doing? I'm trying to prop up this tape, sir. It won't stay. Get some sticks and drive them in. Yes, sir, Richard. Don't call for Richard. Richard's on leave. Do it yourself. Goodness. Sorry, detective. Thing is, we're short of manpower here. We're prepared for this kind of thing. First time in decades. Top it off, this goddamn rain. Yeah, just get the crowd under control. I'm heading inside. Yes, detective, don't worry. Williams? Can I go this way? Is that my mouse on screen? It is. I'll put it down there. Alright, I can't go any further. I can't leave my my job. Alright, so how do I go inside then? There's A and D for left and right, but W doesn't work for up or down. Wait, what? How do I go inside? Do I have to click on it? Oh. So I was hoping this is going to be a one-handed thing because maybe I'm lazy. But no, I'm going to need to use my mouse. Okay, I gotcha. Let's check some things out then before we go inside. That's my car. Thank you. That's his car. Yeah, they've been here a while, looks like. Crowd is too close to the crime scene. Number of cops are few. This is poor. What? Game, what are you talking about? Oh, what's he up to? It's weird. It won't hover when I go over the... It won't work. An open window. What? Did I write that down? What is the key for... There we go. Open window. Entry point. So interesting that the game showed me what happened. And now it's having me investigate it. Well, that's the way inside. Wonder why Chief sent me all the way to Pineview for this case. There's only one way to find out. Should I go in? Well, yes. No point in hanging out here. Okay. Oh, God. What's with all these police mustaches? Yeah, that's the sheriff. I should talk to him first. Should you? Or should you look around? Michael? Huh? Wait, detective, are you okay? I think so, yeah. Because I'm just a little tired after the long drive here. Okay, well, if you say so. Detective Stone, right? The head office called in to say that you'd be joining us here for this investigation. I'm Sheriff Harris, and this is Officer Watts. We appreciate the department sending help, but I don't think we need it. This case is ready to be ramped up. Yo, so what do we have here? The victims here are Christopher Green, age 26, died from a bullet wound to the head, looks self-inflicted. And Diane Miller, age 24, single bullet wound through the abdomen. Victims live together, were unmarried. Oh, all these options. Okay. Any signs of an intruder? I guess we just go right down the list. No signs of 4th century. The door was locked from the inside when we arrived. Officer climbed through an open window here to open the door. There are no footprints outside that window. Yeah, except the officer's, right? Oh, he was careful. No signs of struggle or marks on the bodies either. So what do you expect the time of death? According to the next door neighbor, a single gunshot was heard around 15 hours. So that's 1 a.m. Or 12:15 a.m. 1 a.m. Oh my god. We received the call at about 20 hours, and we're here in another 5 minutes. Found them dead upon arrival and confirmed the timing. So only one gunshot? So what do we know about the weapon? Both shots were fired from a .38 caliber special revolver. The ballistics report will let us know more. Yeah, any witnesses? Well, just a next door neighbor who claims to have heard a single gunshot. We can interview him shortly. Alright. Honestly speaking, Detective, we think it's pretty obvious what's taking place here. What do you mean? Well, they had a reputation. They weren't exactly a happy couple. This whole town knows this. Yeah, Diane was shot at point-blank range with Chris's gun, probably by Chris. He then went ahead and shot himself, as the wound is clearly self-inflicted. Damn it! What do you mean? Oh god, I wonder how loud that is on my mic. So, only one gunshot, but these guys are like, yeah, he shot both of them. Alright, I'm gonna have to come in here and fix this and set these guys straight. So you see, sending you here unnecessarily complicates things. Yeah, I'm questioning their abilities. I'm beginning to think it was a very good idea, in fact. Uh, uh what? It's obviously a case of murder-suicide, Detective. So everything's figured out already? Well, if that wasn't sarcasm, I'll ignore it, but yes, more or less. Uh, are you suggesting there was a domestic violence involved? Well, it would seem so. It was never reported, but that doesn't mean it didn't happen. So, rumors. You may call it that, but, where there's smoke, there's fire. Yeah, I'm not sure that. And they were never really able to fit in this town. They were new here, moved in about 6 months ago. Never got out much, didn't make any friends. And we don't need to analyze the obvious, Detective. That would only be inefficient. Yeah, this is Officer Blunt. She will assist you through the course of your work here. Oh, hello, Detective. And, one more thing. We're looking to wrap this case up quickly and cleanly. We don't want to drag it if it, can be helped. We have an important festival coming around in a week's time. So you might say this, rather bad timing. So there's no need to go around complicating things, alright? Just get me a story that works and we can close this case quickly. Yeah, screw these guys. Yeah, sure, can't wait to wrap this case up. Yeah, alright then, I'll see you soon. Goodbye. Okay then. Anyway, have a look around the room if you'd like. Come talk to me when you're done. Alright, it's time, Miss Blunt. I don't know why they assigned you to me, but it's time to set these clowns straight. Red wine. It looks like a new bottle was opened yesterday. No one drank from this glass. It would seem that Chris was sitting by himself at the table and drinking wine, waiting for someone to join him. Probably Diane? Well, whether it was waiting for her or someone else, we don't know yet. A glass of wine was knocked over. This looks like wine, but there seems to be blood in here as well. How did blood splatter in this direction? Doesn't make sense. Those drops of blood feel out of place, too. Alright. First off, I want to lower the music. I'm afraid that escaping will fast forward these dialogues, so I'm going to get to the dialogues first. Officer Blunt, I think there's been more than 2 gunshots that we're seeing here. Alright. Turn down the music a little bit more. Alright, a little bit better. So there's 2 gunshots, but they didn't hear more than 1. Also, I question why he thinks that wine was opened yesterday. Was there like a cork there or something? Or even that wouldn't mean that. I guess maybe the amount of wine that is in the bottle still. Maybe that's what he's doing. So a 38 caliber special, as Officer Watts said. Looks pretty old. Can hold 6 rounds. The revolver, so it wouldn't have ejected the shell casings. They should still be in the barrel. There are 3 unused rounds still in here and 3 spent shell casings. This means 3 rounds were fired from this gun at some point in time. Or that he only loaded it with 5. 2 were fired last night. Where's the 3rd? Or was it shot last night or in some other day? The gun belonged to Chris, according to Officer Watts. Yeah, let's assume Chris or Diane weren't the ones to use it. Is there anyone else that could have known they were where they kept the gun? From Pineview? I really doubt it. Remember, no signs of forced entry. Could it be someone they were comfortable with or trusted? Well, no one I can think of. Alright. So I wonder, where is... There we go. No signs of forced entry, no signs of struggle, physical altercation. Single gunshot heard at 12:15 by next door neighbor, 38 special. Victims had a reputation. Local cops seem pretty convinced it's a case of domestic violence. I shouldn't expect them to be very helpful. Alright, I got you, game. Let's start looking around again. Bullet wound to the head. His skull is badly damaged. Most of the sign has been blown off. His body position and the way he fell would indicate that he was sitting sideways on the chair, facing where Diane's body is now. The angle of the shot indicates that he was shot from his side. Someone shot him. They were standing in front of the refrigerator. No clues there, though. Could have been shot from that window at the moment it's shut. Let's get a check for fingerprints and footprints outside. Someone have entered and left through here? Yeah, we should have fingerprint results in a couple days, detective. Yeah, and don't forget there aren't any footprints outside. Yeah, someone shot him from outside. Then Chris would have sat facing the refrigerator. Yeah, that would make sense. That way the killer wouldn't need to enter the house. But in that case, who shot Diane? Huh. Gunpowder residue on his right hand. Hard to disagree with Officer Watts here. This is strong evidence for the victim shooting himself. Unless it was made to look that way. This chair has fallen on its back. Looks like the chair. Looks like Chris fell off the chair before, after being shot. Okay. I already looked at that, didn't I? Or did I? Yeah, I did. Wasn't there a thing on him? What's this? Wait. Oh, there it is. 38 special rounds. It's a box of 50 rounds. There are 44 here, which means 6 are missing. Alright. 6 missing bullets, and 2 shots were fired, but 3 empty chambers. Gotcha. There's 3 still loaded in the gun, as we saw earlier. 2 were shot last night. There's still 1 unaccounted for. Is that shot last night too, or on some other day? I don't know, but we're here to find out. So can I can't do it on myself. All right. Gunshot to the stomach. Damage in the residue would suggest the shot was taken at point-blank range. That rules out the possibility of her being shot from the open window. She would have been in line of sight from the outside, though. There's no mistaking it. Perpetrator would have to be inside the house to cause this kind of a wound. Whether that was Chris or someone else is hard to say at the moment. I think that's everything. No, it's not. What is this down here? What do you mean is everything? Oh, what's this? It's signed Chris 96. I'm guessing Chris built some of the furniture around this house. This is 96, right? If I remember correctly. I think that's everything. So don't trust his I think that's everything routine, right? Oh, wow. A drawing. So probably not shot from this window. Probably not shot from this window. Right? What does that say? 7th of October. Wine equals celebration. Happy weapon type 3 bullets. Okay, wow, lots of notes. Anybody else to talk to, or am I talking to this numbskull? Yeah, we done here? Well, hold on. Yeah. I want to look around just one more time. Just to be sure. I think we're good. Yeah, I'm done. All right, let's have a chat with Mr. Willis outside. Okay, we could do that. Ah, the rain has finally lit up. When is she bringing me coffee? Right, this is Mr. Willis. He lives right there next door. Coffee detective? Yes, we would like a nice hot cup of coffee. You can ask him any questions you may have about last night. Right, Mr. Willis. You tell me everything that you saw or heard during last night's events? Well, see, I headed off to bed around 11 p.m. as I usually do after a glass of whiskey. Helps me sleep, you know. Are we going to question his sobriety if he was drunk and heard the shots? Anyway, somewhere around 12:15 a.m., I'd say I was woken up by a loud bang. Right at my bedroom window, I looked straight down at their place. And what did you see? Nothing. Their kitchen lights were on, but that's about it. I went to my phone and called Officer Watts here straight away. How long did it take you to get into the window? Did you see anyone at all in the street? You said you heard one gunshot. Yeah, that's the one I'm interested in. So you said you heard a single shot. Yeah, the whiskey usually knocks me out pretty good, so if there had been more, I didn't hear them. How long did it take you to get to the window? Once you heard the shot? About a couple of seconds, Detective? Not more than 5, I'd say. Nearly fell out of my bed when I heard the shot, so you might say I was halfway there already. So did you see any sort of activity on the street? Anything unusual? No, Detective. Everything was exactly the same as always. So, oops, I didn't mean to select 4. There we go. 4. Do you live alone? Yeah, I do. Never got married. It's a long story. One meant to be talked over a couple of whiskeys, know what I mean? Yeah, can anyone confirm your whereabouts? No, I was just at home, see? Am I a suspect? It's it's procedure, Mr. Willis. I know Mr. Willis. He's cool. Thank you. React to the unprofessionalism on display. You know what? I am a serious detective here. I am not putting up with this small town bullshit. We'll need to have a talk later, officer. Talk? About what? Just later, okay? Okay, Sherlock, whatever you say, Holmes. What do you mean? Why is he... Alright. Alright, I see how it is. I see how we're gonna play this. Oh, and Mr. Willis is laughing. Oh, I see how it is. So, did they have many visitors? Did Chris and Diane have many visitors? Friends? No, not at all, in fact. And all this time, I only maybe saw Jack coming over to fix their car. People rarely ever visited them because they mostly kept to themselves, see? Never made any friends here. But sometimes folks don't like those kinds either. So I can't really say, you know what I mean? No. Please elaborate. You won't find anyone crying over their deaths here. Nobody really knew them. They never got out of... Look, what do you mean no one's going to be crying over their deaths here? That's a bit mean. You could be sad about their deaths even though you didn't know them. What a jerk. Also, screw him and his sandals. Okay. So is there anything else you'd like to share with us, Mr. Willis? I don't know if this is useful, but might have heard about Chris and Diane. They looked pretty happy when they first moved in. More recently, though, I heard Diane crying a couple times, usually late at night. See, the whiskey knocks me out, or at least so maybe that's why I never heard all this before, but a couple times I was up a little later. One night, about a month ago, I heard pretty bad things. There were some loud sounds, like stuff being flung around and such, see? I heard someone crying. I was thinking to myself that maybe I should call the police, but then it quietened down all of a sudden. Never received any calls for domestic violence, but people have often talked of stories of this kind. Can you remember when you heard this, Mr. Willis? Well, I was up late night writing an important letter. I think it must have been somewhere between the 1st and 3rd of last month. 1st to 3rd of September. All right. Anything else? No, that's all I know about this. Right, thanks for your help, Mr. Willis. We'll be in touch if we need anything else. No problem. And thanks for the coffee. No problem there. But I'm on to you. So, Detective, you said you wanted to have a talk later. Is now a good time? Yeah, officer. Please don't tell witnesses they're not under suspicion. Especially not in front of them. Wait, how else would he tell him? What do you mean, especially not in front of him? What? Or did he say in front of me? Maybe I read it wrong. I don't know. So basically you're telling me that I don't know how to do my job. Is that it? Yeah, all I'm saying is, this case isn't all wrapped up as you'd like to believe. How can you not see what's right in front of you? It's so obvious. So Willis didn't see anything outside the house after the gunshots, and there are no signs of anyone forcing entry either. On top of that, considering how rough things were between the two of them, you heard that Mr. Willis said, right? Yeah, we don't know the complete picture yet. I mean, there's still the part about the bullet, right? But it's entirely possible the guy got woken up by the second bullet, I suppose. You know, if he's out, if he, like, he said he gets out when he's on his whiskey. So maybe he didn't hear the first bullet, but we don't know that yet. The amount, also, oh yeah, we're waiting for the forensics. All right. The amount of information we have as now is very little. It's not the complete picture. We need to dig deeper if we want to know the truth and not just confirm our assumptions. Well, what about the door, huh? How is it locked from the inside? Explain that. I checked the door. It locks itself from the inside when you pull it closed. Whether you pull it from the outside or push it from the inside. Wait, do doors do that? No, they don't. Do people have doors that do that? What about people who like to go in their front yard and garden and mow lawn and check mail and whatnot, and they're just going back inside? Why would they do that? They'd have to bring their keys with them every time. I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm saying that there's no conclusive evidence yet. Well, fine then. Dig as deep as you'd like, Detective. You won't find anything new here. I was perfectly capable of handling this case myself, but of course the head department had to complicate things. So I wonder why the head department sent me then, right? I'm guessing these guys communicated that this was open and shut, and I don't know. In any case, Sheriff Harris will probably want to wrap up this case before the festival, so don't expect him to wait for more than a week. So that tells me I probably got 7 days here, right? Like 7 pieces of the story type of thing. I have to head to the station now. Officer, escort Detective Stone to his hotel. What do you mean, escort? That makes it sound like I can't go anywhere else. Yeah, will do, sir. Yeah, we'll come back in the evening to search the house. Letters, diaries, things of that sort. Alright. When can we expect the autopsy results? Well, day after tomorrow, according to the coroner. But I'll confirm and let you know. Wait a minute, the results? A day after tomorrow? That sounds awfully quick. I'm guessing there were more than 2 bullets shot last night. We should take another look around the kitchen to make sure. 3 bullets? But... I'm actually glad that you're here, you know. Although the sheriff and Officer Watts would rather not admit it. Even to themselves. This is like the first murder here in the last 100 years or so. I have no idea how to deal with it. I mean... It's alright, I know what you mean. Yeah, I just joined the force a month back, for instance. And a murderer already. I'm not sure if I'm ready. Kind of knew him, you could say. I've never known anyone that's been murdered before, you know? Kind of weird. A bit sad. See? That's what I'm saying. You can still find it sad. I know as an officer, I'm not supposed to feel that way and all. You'll be fine. Give it time. Thanks, Detective. So tell me about Chris and Diane. What do you know about them? Well, not much. It's mostly what Mr. Willis said earlier. Nobody knew them, really. They came in here, kept to themselves. You'd hear stories about them. Everyone thought they were some kind of weirdos. I admit I kind of agreed with that sentiment, too. I feel bad about that now. There's no reason to make assumptions about people's character. And character can't be used as evidence. So I'd really like to help figure out what the real story is, whatever it may be. So the sheriff said there's a festival in the town next week? What's that about? Oh, it's an annual thing. We have it every October. There's a fair on the market street. There's food, rides. There are lots of tourists from nearby states around that time. It's a good source of revenue for some of our smaller businesses here. Are we experiencing like a mini night in the woods here? I wonder. Is there going to be some crazy stuff that happens with this festival? That, of course, is less important in the light of recent events. It's good to hear you say that. Oh, of course. We can't go around trying to wrap up cases based on our assumptions, whatever the situation may be. I mean, these were people's lives that ended. It's our job to figure out what really happened. So I guess what I'm saying is, you can count on me during this investigation. Thanks. Listen, you're also a suspect, lady. I'm not trusting anyone in this place. I need to get my dad off screen so you guys can... There we go. Yeah, I'm hoping the local police will let me do the job I've been sent to do, though. I don't mean you. Detective, I know what you mean. Honestly speaking, Sheriff Harris is an asshole. I'm serious, he doesn't care about anything except running off home and taking it easy. This case probably ruined his plans to relax and enjoy the festival week. I hate people like that. Officer Watts, though, he's really sweet. I know he comes across as a little obnoxious, but... Oh my god! Excuse me, what?